Open the show up. All right, so Ian Gary says Colby Covington is ducking his ass. I gotta be honest. It kind of seems like Colby Covington is ducking or is attempting to duck Ian Gary. He said he would fight him. He named all those bullshit terms, but that's just calling someone out. That's not real. So then I seen him on a podcast saying, I don't know that he deserves it. He's young. I'm established. And I was just like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You called Ian Gary out. I don't know, bro. I think it's true. I think he's ducking him a little bit, if I'm being honest. Is what it is, right? Trying to approve dead picks here. Will it let you approve dead? It won't let me approve his mic. Maybe you already got him. Yeah, I definitely can't approve him. Are you there, Trace? Oh, you're making a post. That's all right. It's still weird that I can't. I'm gonna cancel my co-host invite to you, Dead Picks, and then now I can approve you. There we go. You on the mic there, bud? You get through? Get Ozzy in. All right, somebody's got to let me know if you guys can hear me. Ain't nobody said nothing but me in a few seconds.
I can hear you. You're good.
What'd you think about Ian Gary, bro?
To be honest, I haven't even been keeping up with it.
You think
But
he's
what did he say
darking
again?
Kobe?
He called out Kobe. But this wasn't that video that was put up, right? Because that video's been out for a minute.
No, he's freshly calling him out. He's saying that he was already offered the fight, and Kobe must be turning it down because he accepted. I really believe him. I believe Ian that he wants the Kobe fight. I don't think he's full of shit. I think he wants that Kobe fight for sure. I don't know. Oh, let's get Senko on the mic here.
Nah, in terms of Ian though, yeah, that's not a bad fight for him. I mean, Kobe's like pretty much on his way out. I mean, this guy's fucking old now. Like, I don't see him like getting any faster. So fuck. I mean, I feel like Ian could probably piece him up if anything. I'm not sure about a knockout, but for sure, be a good display by the guy.
Yeah, I think Ian pieces him up pretty handily, to be honest. Kobe's looks slow. His pace wasn't there like we all thought it would be last fight. Not impressed. Dustin Poirier is talking retirement, boys. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just throwing that out there. We're betters. Dustin is every outlet you find just talking about how Dustin has mentioned it or implied it, and he has. He's already talking about this would be a great way to end my career. Like he's talking about retiring if he wins the belt. So, man, I fucking love DP. I didn't always like him either, and I'll be honest, man, he really won me over, and I'm a big fan now. But I just don't feel like that's a great look for him, man.
I've been a fan since the Fight Bill days, man. Being from Louisiana, and he's only from an hour and a half from where I'm from in Bro Bridge, or that's where he's from. But yeah, man, I've been around with Dustin Poirier for a long time, man. It's gonna be one of the ones that I hate to see go, but happy that he can and can comfortably as well.
What's up, guys? How's
What's
everybody doing?
happening? What's happening, Cinco? It will be a
It's
tragedy if I never get to see Dustin Poirier bare knuckle box. Just once.
I my feeling with DP is all right. Who's he going up against for the belt? Makachev? Do we really think he has a chance? He's never been great with wrestlers and jiu-jitsu guys. Never been great with it, and I think he goes away very quickly in a submission.
I don't
Yeah,
know if it's just I don't know if it's just for me, but like your mic's going like in and out pretty badly.
yeah, pretty bad, Cinco.
Yeah, there's a serious echo problem going on there, man.
Yeah, it's cutting out because the echo's so bad. Um,
Yeah. What's happening, fellas?
what's happening,
All day,
Austin?
all day, all day.
Yeah. So who would you pick in that fight? Who do you think would win, man? I mean, Kobe's got pretty good output in wrestling, but
I'm taking Ian Gary
Gary's big and
easy.
strong, man. He's pretty long.
Ian knocks him out. I don't even like Ian Gary. Ian
Oh
Gary.
man, I would say if Colby comes back and looks like Colby of old and is able to apply the pressure and keep the pace and not kind of will do whatever the hell it was did last time. If the old Colby's there, I think he can win that fight pretty easily with that pressure. Gary's not going. Gary has to come forward. Like Gary has to come forward to get his game going. You crowd the kicker, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good matchup for Ian. I really do. I think it's a way better matchup than like Shavkat.
But yeah,
Shavkat fucking hurt.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely like the best fight for Ian Gary as far as like somebody that still has name value and a winnable fight for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the best fight for him. Man, we have been getting some people that listen in on. We're on a few places now. Check us out: Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and of course Twitter. We got a TikTok going too, but of course we're not uploading long videos over there on TikTok. But if we can, fuck, I will. I don't. I'm not the guy who runs the TikTok, but I could start getting them over there. Anyway, where I'm going is last week I've been building a model, a GPT model that breaks down and analyzes fights. It's not like I just say, hey, tell me this fight. It's a very specific string of questions and commands, and I give it very specific.
Don't be giving out the recipe, bro.
No, it don't matter. You ain't got my commands and my demands, bro. I've been working that motherfucker since before Strickland versus DDP. I can prove that it predicted Strickland versus DDP, and it also predicted Strickland versus Izzy, like to a T. It said that it's posted on our Twitter. It said that he would outpace him, and in the later rounds, it would get worse and worse. It said it flat out. So, and it's fucking real. So last week it said that Pantoja was like a 55% probability. Said that the late rounds would probably be where the fight was decided, and Pantoja won a decision that a lot of people would have. It's a split decision amongst the public. And this week it predicts Derek Lewis at 60% win probability at a 50% knockout probability. The video and the breakdowns are on all the platforms. I'll have it up on X tomorrow. I'm going to pump one out every week and we're going to track it and we're going to see how it does. So, yeah, I think that's a cool thing. Not everybody's doing that. And it's not as easy as it sounds like it might sound, as redundant as that is. Yuri Prohaska is still considering going down to 185 pounds. Okay, we've talked about that. My question to the guys on the mic right now are, what does Izzy versus Yuri look like?
Man, it's for me. It's a question of once he takes off that extra bit of weight and takes off that little bit extra bit of fluid off his brain, can he take the shots because he is so hittable, and we do know Izzy's going to be able to touch him up. Yeah, can he take the punishment? That's a big jump, man. That's the biggest jump of any weight class from 205 to 185. So yeah, it's an interesting. I would have to take Izzy.
So for me, it's what melts off of his upper body. Not even the whole upper body. It's what comes off of the shoulders and the arms, and the chest. Like the upper muscle, the upper striking muscle. If that all shrinks down, I would definitely be on Izzy. If that's not the case and that doesn't all shrink down and he still looks jacked, on the high side, I I think Yuri has a very good chance of beating him. But he needs that power. He needs
Joe,
that
that
power advantage.
that fight against Strickland didn't make you nervous about Izzy, as in we might start seeing the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I think Yuri could beat him, but if Yuri loses his upper body strength, if he has to sacrifice that to get to 185, he's not as good of a striker as Izzy, and he's not as fast. So
Is that
it
is
would
that what the
probably,
fight would be at 185?
yeah.
Oh, all right, that makes a
Yuri's
difference.
talking about going down. So yeah, hard for me. Um, Seems like a fight between Mike Perry and Darren Till in bare knuckle is probable or gonna happen. I'm laying the mortgage on Mike Perry just to throw that out there. Like I don't. There's there's nothing.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a little hard, dude. Like, don't get me wrong. If you watch the Eddie fight with him and Mike Perry, Eddie was piecing him the fuck up. I mean, he was eating him. He was taking it very well, but like Till would have such a reach advantage, and he's definitely the crisper striker. It's just, man, if he's able to sit back and snipe, I mean, obviously he does kick, but he's not the biggest kicker. So if he's able to not have to worry about leg kicks and throw straights on Mike Perry and connect, he might be able to put Mike Perry out. But yeah, I think we would be able to get him at a very good dog price, and I would probably take a shot.
So
Trace, I feel like that's the Darren Till of 5 years ago.
yeah. So my thing is like, and I'm gonna use this word specifically. In a bare knuckle ring, I don't think he can handle the havoc that Perry brings. The foot in the tire, let's fucking throw down. Even if I've only got you pinned here for 20 seconds.
Oh
Uh,
no, 100%. If he sits down and fights at range and isn't able to cut the angles and keep the footwork going and like keep separation between him and Mike Perry easily wins that fight. Like Mike Perry on the inside is like Mike Tyson of BKFC, bro. He's just so fucking nasty in there.
and I love it for him, bro. I'm so happy. And like, listen, I know we all like to toot our horns, but like, I got tweets, bro, that said
Oh, I remember. I remember.
Mike Perry will be a BKFC legend, bro. I'm so happy for that dude. Like, so happy for that fucking guy. Sean O'Malley says he smashed Pantoja in sparring, and then he released like 3 seconds of footage from 6 years ago of him taking Alex down. Alex says Sean is hiding the whole tape and won't release it. Sean says it was less than one round of sparring and he folded Alex with a liver shot. Okay. I'm okay. Alex wants that fight. Sean O'Malley beats the dog shit out of Alex Pantoja. Alex
Yeah.
Alejandro.
If he dropped him and hurt him 6 years ago, whenever he really wasn't that good, Pantoja's always been pretty good. I mean, like it wasn't like he just got good here recently. He was always top tier. Just had those or that one guy in Davison Figueroa that he couldn't beat. Uh, yeah, Sean's only gotten better and nastier since then. That's I don't know. I don't know that Pantoja gets out of there too well.
I feel like
But
all
how
that
many
talk
people?
about gym should stay in the gym.
That is the
You know what I
code,
mean?
man. But you don't see that anymore. People don't honor the fighter code of what stays behind gym doors. They don't
Well,
do
Yeah,
that
how
it's
shit
kind
many?
of
anymore.
bullshit. It's kind of bullshit.
How
It's
many
all
people
it's
though?
all about as much. It's all about clicks, man. It's all about clicks.
David
How?
Feldman. Who who's trying to get on mic? Go ahead.
I believe it's Senko.
Yeah, that was me. Hey, I just want to make sure is my mic okay now? And I
Much
just
better.
wanted to say, I just wanted
Crystal.
to say, I don't. Who's fought O'Malley that was as aggressive as he was? Nobody, because everybody's mystified by his hair or something. I don't know. But I don't think I think when things get a little bit hot, like it did with Cheeto in the first fight, he retracts, he retreats,
I
and
think
so
Peter Yan fight. You don't think it'll look like the Peter Yan fight?
no, I really don't. I don't. I think Pantoja can hurt him. I don't think he's going to put him away. Probably go to a decision or something. But I think Pantoja, I wouldn't count him out. He's got those fast hands, and he's
I don't.
aggressive with them.
I just
I
don't
mean,
think
unless Sean
135.
snipes him, and puts him to sleep, with a straight right or something.
Right at 135. I just don't think he's big enough. Yep. YB, go ahead, bud. Nice to see you on the mic.
What's good, guys? I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, you just said unless somebody snipes him. That's Sean's whole fucking title. Like, dude might as well be named like 50 caliber Mally or some shit, which was a horrible nickname. So don't quote me on that. But he would. I think he would knock him out straight, like fully. with a straight right, as you just said. That dude walks forward a lot, and I love it. I love to watch Pantoja fight, but he's like a Terminator, like Gabe always says in the chat. But eventually, that will not go well for you, and he's very hittable. Sean would probably just snipe the dude and stay at range, even if he walked forward.
Very fair. Ozzy.
I like the idea of Pantoja putting a lot of body shots on him. Nobody's really gone for his body before.
Fair.
Yeah, this is the problem I have is you're talking shit, you dropped a sparring partner or whatever. Man, every sparring partner you have for the next year or so that remembers this, they're going fucking hard for you, man. Like, they're not going to try to lose a round. They're not going to take a round off. They're going to make sure they're rested when they're sparring you if you talk shit about training partners. That's he's going to have a tough few sparring sessions ahead. But I'm going to sign out, fellas. I will be listening, but I won't be talking. You guys have a great show, and whatever I miss, I will catch on the replay.
I appreciate you as always, Ozzy. And Fuego.
Yeah, dude, I think we all agree that I'm going to be heavy on Marab when he fights Sean O'Malley. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys don't feel that way.
Oh no, I love the
What?
pressure cooker for sure.
Yeah. So, what would be the difference between Marab's pressure and Pantoja's pressure
Size and
against O'Malley?
strength.
Yeah, yeah,
Size and
yeah,
strength.
yeah. But
I
I
just think
mean,
Panto's just too small. He's just too small for O'Malley. He's gonna
Marab
go up to
can't strike.
135. I just don't see it.
say that again. Marab, what?
Can't strike.
Yeah, I think that's unfair. I think because of Marab's relentless takedowns, it opens up the striking, so he will have more success in the striking than Pantoja will. Because when he doesn't get the strikes, he's gonna throw, or when he doesn't get the takedown, he's gonna throw punches on top of him. He's
Do you
gonna
guys
set up.
do you guys
He's
think
gonna set up the
O'Malley?
takedowns.
Do you guys think
He's,
O'Malley's favored over Marab?
No.
Do you guys think Marab would be the favorite? I don't know if there's
oh
a
no,
line out. I
oh
didn't see
no,
it.
I think O'Malley 100% would be the favorite.
What do you think the line would be?
2-1.
That's probably fair.
Yeah, I would say minus 180, probably opener.
That's probably
Yeah.
fair, and I'd be all over Marab.
Yep. Yep. I
Yeah,
don't
I
disagree.
think you honestly you play whoever's at dog money in that fight. Really,
That's a very,
Yeah. Is there
fair
a
statement.
line out? I didn't even look.
Nah,
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
Okay.
We're on a time schedule for the
All right. Sorry,
headlines.
Joe. Sorry,
No,
man.
no. Listen. I don't mind. I just got to scoot it along. So don't feel like I'm. I got feelings about it. I just got to scoot it along. Conor McGregor is apparently going to be an involved owner in BKFC. He was not brought on to be a silent partner. He will be a board member. Mike Perry also decided to put his money where his contract is, and he invested something. He is now also on the owner's board of BKFC. When Conor McGregor and Mike Perry fight BKFC, it will sell 1 million pay-per-views. Let's be clear about that. Conor McGregor versus Mike Perry, BKFC, 170 pounds. Yeah, for sure. Conor's going to be out of his contract with the UFC this year. And even if they re-sign him, I guarantee you he's keeping a boxing stipulation and a bare knuckle stipulation in that contract. It'll just be a lifetime agreement where, like, okay, if I ever MMA again, I'll MMA again here. Massive fight when that goes down, and it's gonna go down. Mark my words. Maybe 2-3 years from now, when they're both so washed, nobody cares. But it'll be a huge buildup, and it'll be a big point of contention for talking about BKFC for some time to come, in my opinion. Paige Van Zant, Paige Van Zant versus Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis said something along the lines of, "Don't make me expose our 2 trips to Vegas and ruin your marriage." So Paige posted a video, and she said her only interaction with Dennis was in Vegas at the UFC athlete retreat, where he walked up to the table that she was at in front of other fighters and asked her if she would peg him. And they laughed at him, and he walked away embarrassed. Dylan Dennis, I I only bring it up because I just want to say that Dylan Dennis is one of the few people, man. I really wish he just wasn't part of the sport. I just, it's not even to the point of like, oh, I just don't like that guy. Like even Mark Hunt, fuck Mark Hunt. I don't like Mark Hunt, but whatever. Mark Hunt, I fucking hate Dylan Dennis.
What y'all think that fight opens up at, like a -115 to pick him?
Him versus Page,
Yeah, Page is slight favorite. It's got to be pretty close.
definitely slight favorite. So the smoke I think that might get though is Dylan versus Austin. I could see
Bro.
that going down on a Misfits boxing card.
Maybe in a like a jujitsu match. He's not going to fight nobody in MMA no more, bro. I think he's just
No,
he.
boxing. Misfits boxing is my
Oh,
prediction.
okay. I think he's just content with being a troll and raking in whatever money he makes from all the subscribers he has and the views and the responses he gets from people. I'm sure with whatever with the amount of people that he does have that follow him, just to hate or whatever it is they do for him, he probably does pick up a good bit of good change, bit of change per month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I'm not sure how that shit works out as far as like pay per view, like how much you get it's just per thousand interactions or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean he pulls what a couple 100,000 per post.
yeah, Dylan kills it. Like people, for whatever it's worth. I don't like the guy,
I mean,
but
we've had him come through here 4 or 5 times. I mean, he does whatever he can to kind of to stay relevant. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, Dylan's been in here a good 4 or 5 times. Whatever. He bothers me, man. It's to the point where like his trolling isn't so much trolling. Like even that shit with the pictures of whatever that woman was. Like there does come a point, bro, where you're not embarrassing her, you're embarrassing yourself. Like there does come that point. So I don't know, whatever. MVP was brought in to help Chimaev striking for his camp right now. So I, I I find it weird that MVP is the guy that Chimaev would bring in. I feel like the styles are so contrasting that like if you brought in a boxer, right? Like it would make sense because of the way Chimaev fights, the way he stands, the way he engages. Bring in a guy, teach him how to box. Even like a Muay Thai fighter, like a Muay Thai
Well,
fighter.
Rob fights out of that karate stance, so they're bringing in somebody with a karate stance style to probably emulate Rob, but also I would imagine MVP is a little bit faster than Rob is. So yeah, I mean it makes sense to me. I would say it's probably a good
So
training partner for Hamzat.
so I looked it up to try to dig what I could find on it. And the only thing I could find is that what was said is that it was never, I mean, and I'm sure that he is there to emulate Rob some, but it's not being implied that he was brought in to emulate Rob. It's being implied that he was brought in to help Chimaev improve his striking. And if that is the case, I just feel like the styles are so contrasting that it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm going to assume that all things in translation are being lost, and it's what you're saying is that they're bringing him in to emulate Rob, but I just don't feel like he's that much like Rob, man. Other than maybe a somewhat similar stance, maybe. I don't even like in my head. I don't even feel like they stand the same. Like,
But what I'm saying is they're probably bringing MVP in to mirror Rob's style. Like he's not doing his style to.
oh
He's
yeah, yeah,
basically
I get what you're
he's
saying.
pretending like
Yep.
he's Rob's shadow in that fight. So like he's fighting out of Rob's stance. He's doing things that Rob would do in a fight whenever he would fight. Like so he's emulating him. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
got.
think like I said, the speed and honestly probably the more he's probably got more pop on his strikes as well than Rob. Rob hasn't been the finisher late in his career. I mean, he's had a few up and coming as he got to the title, but like as a title reigner or as a champ, or rather title reigner, as a champ, he really wasn't a finisher. He went to decisions, and most were close. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Bobby Knuckles fan, but like I think he should be able to win this fight. But if if he's able to go in there and formulate a good game plan for Rob, man, really, it could be a bad fight for Rob.
Yeah, I, yeah, I don't disagree. I've been saying that I don't feel great about Rob and where he's at in his career for a while now. Uh, catching it
Rob's
aside, but
Rob,
yeah,
for me, Rob's game has never evolved. It's always been the
yeah,
same.
yeah, that's 100%
This
accurate.
the same attack, that comes in, then finishes with the kick, and he's very
170,
predictable.
175, it's all the same. Nothing's different. Yeah,
So I think at this point in his career, there are a lot of sparring partners that can emulate him. So I don't think this is a good fight for him. I
that
think I
that's
think
that's fair.
Hazmat Hazmat is a very sharp learner, quick learner, and I think that he can really put him away, hurt him.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But Rob, he may surprise us. Okay. Matt Brown says, like true Matt Brown style. He posted, not doing it again, I'm out. So Matt Brown retired, guys. He's not doing it again. He's out. Uh, I mean, I guess it
But I think
was.
it's probably like with the Black Beast fighting this week and Derek Lewis, he's probably shit. He's gonna get another knockout. That means I have to fight 2 more times. I'm not doing it anymore. So he's probably just like, all right, I can see the KO title.
Well, he's also got several businesses and he's making lots of money on the side, so he can walk away.
I didn't. What came to me?
Honestly,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
sorry, Joe. Honestly, I watched this season of Tough. I watched every season of Tough, obviously. Uh, I remember them making him out to be this monstrous killer, and then we see him on the show, and it wasn't what translated on the show. So honestly, for him to end up being actually a decent fighter, like a fun fighter, I would say, and holds the welterweight knockout title and almost the organization's KO title. Uh, Pretty good career, man, for a fighter that I didn't think was going to pan out. Honestly, like I said, he ended up being a very fun fighter and a fan favorite. Like so, yeah, very good for him. I'm very very happy that he had the career that he had.
Yeah, I know he's doing a lot of house flipping now, hands on doing it, and he seems to have really taken a liking to it. So when that was all said, that was what came to my head right away. Mauricio Shogun Hua will be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame in the Pioneer Wing. Yeah, we could kill the. There's no need to kick the horse there. Yeah, clear legend, clearly belongs there.
I'm watching a show about him on Hulu right now. Actually, I'm still waiting for him to make an appearance though.
Yeah. What's the name of the show?
Shogun. I was fucking around.
Gotcha. John Anik set the record for most UFC fights called on Saturday. They didn't say. From what I heard, no one said who he beat. So that means. I just want to see if I know who had the record prior to that. Then, if um, if they never said who it was, do you guys know who that is?
Goldberg.
Yeah, because they're not going to give him no fucking credit. If it was Rogan or something, they would have said it. You know what I mean? They were just like, he set the record. They didn't. They didn't mention shit about who had the record before. I'm like, it was Goldie. It was fucking Goldie. I'm still waiting to hear what actually happened. There's a little here and there about it, but no one really says.
Kudos for him for being tight-lipped, but I'm sure he's probably got some kind of like I forget what that shit's called, but where like he had to sign a non-disclosure agreement or some shit like that, an NDA. That's got to be the only reason why he hasn't like said anything about it.
My assumption is, I mean, there is a chance he got a paycheck and an NDA, but my assumption is that he was fired for something that happened behind the scenes that would not be socially acceptable, and they agreed not to say it if he never says it. Yeah, Goldie's a real old school kind of guy. I'm not saying anything bad about him. I'm saying like
No
it.
Diddy type shit.
What's that?
Some no Diddy type shit.
Yeah, not even that bad though. Like maybe just a comment that wasn't right. You know what I mean? Like just maybe just something that simple. Just he was from the older day, meaning the guy, things were different. The attitudes were different. Yeah, that's just always been my assumption because it was cut so clean, so quickly. Nobody spoke about why, and they never spoke about why in retrospect. So, like, that's just my assumption, man.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Like at the end of his career, or I guess not the end of his career, but end of his UFC run,
Horrible.
he got it redundant, bro. Like he was just. It's like
Horrible.
he didn't put in the work, and it was just like Joe Rogan says, he's bad." Like it was just he reacted off of Joe's reactions. It wasn't even like he was really doing a good play by play like he did. Like John Anik, there is no touching John Anik, man. Like I get it, Goldie's a pioneer, but John Anik's gonna be the guy that's carrying the torch for a very long time.
Yeah, I agree. I will say this. I'll give Goldie some credit and say, as far as voice quality, listenability, him and Anik are probably even. Goldie's got a great voice to listen to talk about fights. I felt like he started, and I'm not being funny, I felt like he started listening to himself on the video game, um, and only trying to emulate things that could be cut for the video game or things that were already on the video game. That was really how I felt.
Making his own highlight reel.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually remember bitching about that. Like this motherfucker, it is not a video game. They will cut, like oh yeah, I sincerely remember thinking that. Last one I got in the headlines. Ryan Garcia pot for Osterine picograms. Conor McGregor takes to social media, says, "I'm disgusted. Don't ever approach me when I see you." Something like that. Reminds me of this Sean O'Malley, this Osterine, and says, I would spar you both and spark you both in a night or some shit." And O'Malley's like a super Conor fan, so his reaction was, he was having a fun, basically calling Conor a cokehead, and made mention that Conor took the comment down right thereafter, like shortly thereafter. I actually seen some comments around that said Conor doesn't want to fight O'Malley. Um, if he took the tweet down, it was because Ryan Garcia will beat the dog shit out of him, and Ryan Garcia will get on a jet with his own money and fly to Conor McGregor to spar him and beat the dog shit out of him. And I don't think he'd think fucking twice about it. Um, yeah, yeah. If Conor McGregor tries to stand up with Ryan Garcia to any capacity, Conor McGregor gets knocked out. I believe that firmly. However, I think Conor McGregor versus Ryan Garcia as a pay-per-view is a massive fight for some reason. I think that him versus Sean does well, but I think him versus Conor, for whatever reason, would still be a massive fight. Any
Joe, I'm going
yeah.
to tell you, be kind and rewind, brother. For him to stand in any capacity in boxing, in any capacity. If this fight was standing in a fight, we know Connor mops the floor with that guy. Like, yeah,
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
situational in a boxing ring. Yeah, he fucks up Connor every day of the week. But we all know in a fist fight, Connor kills him. One leg kick, that dude's done.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair, and I should have said it that way. But there's no world where you're gonna boxing spar him, and that goes fucking anywhere for you. I don't listen. Picograms did not make the difference. Devin Haney can cry and whine. I seen him say, "I've never fought someone in my whole life that was that much better than me." Bro, Osterine doesn't make him a better boxer than you. It might give him better conditioning. It might give him better cardio in the long run. Um, maybe at the picogram level, it definitely does fucking nothing, to be clear. And he's just a better boxer than Devin Haney. I mean, he outboxed Devin Haney. So I don't know. I think Ryan Garcia is right now. I think Ryan Garcia beats anybody on earth at 140 pounds with boxing gloves on. I think he beats anybody. Anybody that can get down to the weight, anybody that can get up to the weight at 140 pounds, Ryan Garcia beats anybody on the planet, in my opinion. YB.
Do you think that Ryan
I
Garcia
going on
would
with
take
that.
on Davis?
Are you there, YB?
But I'll tell you, can you guys not
I
hear me?
can now. I couldn't before. I can now.
Oh, my bad. I was just gonna say, as far as like drugs for boxing would go, like I personally feel there's some sketchy shit. I think you posted one day about it. There are just way many better drugs that Ryan could have done if that was like his intention, in my opinion. And also, yeah, I mean, there's not. It doesn't matter what he was on that night. That dude said it himself. Like, I was drinking, I was smoking weed like every fucking day, and I still went in there and beat your ass. There's no changing that for Haney, in my opinion.
Hey, Joe, before you jump on the mic, I've been trying to send Connor J through. I can't get him through. See if you can. Sanko, I know you were trying to get on the mic. Did you have a take on that?
I had a take on with Ryan Garcia taking on Tank Davis again at 140.
He'll beat the shit out of him. What do you think?
Tank Davis? I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it.